30 billion. That's what First Republic is seeing. That's what the pot of gold they're seeing. That's how much money financial institutions are depositing into First Republic Bank to help shore up confidence in the banking system. The banks included in this cash infusion deal, we got Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, as well as regional lenders PNC and US Bancorp. The cash infusion helped pull FRC out of the red intraday, but shares were down again post-close on news of a dividend suspension. CJ, will FRC stabilize before the weekend? It's right around the corner.
Wow, what a question. That's the $30 billion question, I guess. I don't think so. I think market's looking for a little more headlines out there. And this is a little suspect. I was reading last night after this happened. Market loved when they ponied up the cash. But at the same time, it gets everybody thinking, and a lot of people out there thinking this right now, what else is out there? If you've got everybody coming together to throw this money in the pot, what is the real structural integrity right now of not only the regional banks like your FRCs, but also, a little bit broader here? So I think it was great for the market yesterday. If you went long on it and traded it with Kenny, probably made some money off of it. Financials down about 2% right now. Watch your butts here over the weekend for a little bit of headline risk.
Yeah, well, how about Credit Suisse? Credit Suisse traded as low as, let me see, $1.50, $1.70 yesterday. Credit Suisse, all right? And we did see a similar story here with the Swiss National Bank providing access to 54 billion facility. So are we headed for some more full-scale bank takeovers and rescues? And is this good or bad?
Well, it's good and it's bad. If this gets done by the banking sector itself, if they come out and in the United States do this domestically, that's going to be good for the market because it's grabbing market share. A lot of banks will start popping up. A lot of people will argue that they don't want to see that type of activity, more of what we saw in 2008, 2009, where they grabbed that market share. As for the government stepping in like Credit Suisse, Vaz, that's a slippery slope. We know right now we can't afford that here domestically, and I think that's why you're seeing the banks trying to take care of their own business. Take some time to let the financials digest here. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, and I know Kenny was saying how there are just these stocks would be halted so many times that it was kind of dangerous to trade them. So Kenny, I'm going to pull you on here. We did obviously see a roller coaster of a move with FRC and Credit Suisse. Would you jump in on trading these today?
I gotta tell you, I haven't looked at Credit Suisse once in this entire mess. I've been sticking to the ones that have treated me well. So PACW was pretty damn liquid. Comerica has been the go-to. I know people have gone to WAL and FRC. FRC is a little bit more frightening because of all the headline risk. I've been trading the other guys, and so far, PACW has been a great one because it's still easy to borrow, and that means you could short it at will. Some of these companies like FRC, again, you could short it again today, but I'd rather be in the ones where there's more liquidity and they're cheap. And by the way, the stock gods, the option gods, if you will, has created a new chain on PACW. So now we got half number increments that expire today.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? There's just something about the $0.50 increments that get me really psyched when I'm looking at an options chain. Why does that excite you, Kenny?
Well, now you're able to get right closer to the money. So if you have, back when I started trading options, a lot of times you only had 10s, 12.50s, and then 15s. So you really had, if the stock was $11 and change, you had to go buy a 12.50. You needed this huge move to make any money on the options. Now you could go right to the strike where the stock is. So you have a lot more liquidity, a lot more ability to make money, and a lot more chance for those bombshell, no bombshell lotto plays. So again, loving the price action so far, and I'm loving PACW, and they created weeklies also. So this only had monthlies and 2.5 point increments. Now they have half-point increments and weekly options. So they've done us a really great favor on PACW.
That's awesome. We're getting lucky with PACW. Thanks to the tip, Kenny. Liquidity and precision with those $0.50 increment